Shane, let's get back to that breaking news. There was a traffic stop that turned into a dangerous ride for a police officer.
Now, thankfully, he is okay, as we've been telling you. But Shawnette Wilson is at the scene now, live. Shawnette, what can you tell us?
Well, it is incredible that this officer is okay. We're told suffered mostly just a laceration to the neck and also some bumps and bruises. Of course, obviously very shaken up, you can imagine, after what happened here. So I'll step out of the way. We're live right now at 48th in Baltimore. You can see off here on the side of the road, it looks like 3 cars involved in an accident here. The Nissan on the far side, which is pretty hard to see, was the one that police say the suspect was driving. And then obviously those 2 cars in front of it, they say he hit as this all unfolded. So let's walk it back a little bit. Police telling us that this happened around 9 o'clock tonight. As we look at some video, they say 18th district officers were in a marked car. They were in full uniform when they pulled over a driver in a Nissan Murano SUV. They said this initially started at, I believe, 53rd in Baltimore. They were pulling over the driver because they said the car had several violations. Police say when they made a stop on the car, ordered the driver to turn off the car. They say he did that. Somehow in the process of them asking questions and talking, police say that they saw a weapon, a semi-automatic handgun, I believe, in the pocket of a hooded sweatshirt that the driver was wearing. At some point, police say the driver reached for the gun. That's when one of the officers reached inside to try to grab his arm, at which point the driver, they say, then turns on the car and takes off with the officer, I should say, hanging out of the window. So the driver managed to get about 5 blocks to, again, where we are right now at 48th in Baltimore. Again, bears repeating, with the officer still inside the window from the waist up. Police tell us feet, legs hanging out of the window as this driver is going at a high rate of speed before he eventually crashes into 2 cars, goes up on a sidewalk and hits a piece of concrete on the sidewalk. Here's what Chief Inspector Scott Small picks up with information and more details.
The entire time dragging the police officer, who was partially inside of the vehicle, laying on the driver with his upper body, and his legs were hanging out of the driver door. And the entire time, the driver of this Nissan was traveling at a high rate of speed, refusing to stop, while the officer was holding on for his life and also holding on to the gun that this driver had in his right front pocket.
And police telling us they did do a search or a trace on that gun. They say it is stolen. The suspect had been taken to the hospital simply because he was involved in an accident, but is in police custody, we're told. Meanwhile, again, that officer tonight, incredible, Jason and Shayna, he is okay.
Just a lucky night. Just so glad he's okay. Thank you, Shawnette.